Shohei Ohtani, though, over the duration of the past week, cleared out his locker room, been ruled out for season due to an oblique strain. Now he's been officially ruled out for the remainder of the season completely now. He's undergone his surgery now. It's happened now. Now we're not sure exactly the specifics of what type of UCL surgery it is. But then we got an update saying that he will be hitting next year in the lineup. He is going to be hitting, but he's not going to be pitching until 2025. Okay, that's great. Shohei Ohtani will be back. That's not the problem that we're all talking about here. We know Shohei Ohtani is great. We know all that. Okay. He's a free agent this year. And we were talking about Shohei Ohtani as a guy that was going to get $500 million. Maybe even more. Let's be honest, maybe even more than that, because we heard rumors of Juan Soto potentially getting in that range as well. Hitting the $600 million range was something that was being rumored not too long ago. Okay, so you add a guy that's not extremely young, that is not going to be hitting until 2025, and that's to say he is 100% recovered and healthy at that point in time. How much money are you going to be willing to give him? Stephen A. brought up a decent point, I should say, mentioning the fact that at the end of the day, the Angels have not won with Shohei Ohtani. Now, baseball, you need a roster. Don't get that mistaken. And Shohei Ohtani has been absolutely special. He was the runaway MVP in the AL this year. Generational talent, maybe the best ever player to play. But he's not necessarily box office to the extent that some of the guys are in terms of putting people in their seats. The Angels Stadium was not very packed this season. And that might be something to go against the Angels fans. But that also could be because the games were not necessarily just getting full and filled up when Shohei came to town. So you're not necessarily going to be getting box office money and revenue generated off of him. So that brings up an interesting point. How much money is someone going to be willing to pay Shohei Ohtani this winter, I should say. My apologies. It is going to turn into a bidding war. I think the Angels are completely ruled out. I don't want to say completely ruled out. I'd put them well in the next second or third tier of teams that could possibly land him. We know there's going to be a bidding war. We know the Dodgers, the Yankees, Padres are going to get their name in the mix. Would it surprise me if the Mets get involved? No. I know we hear all this, the 2026 or whatever it is, talks that they're going to get ready for that season, and so 2025 rumors, whatever it is that they've been talking about. I don't know. But I would be shocked if Cohen doesn't get involved with them. And I'm sure we'll have some other teams get rumored in there as well. So when you get those big market teams, though, it's going to be turned into a bidding war. And I think at that point, we're going to see him go up in higher and higher value. And I think he will get to the $500 million contract. Does he deserve it, though? Prior to the injury, I would have not even questioned that. With the injury, I do have concern, but at the end of the day, you're getting Shohei Ohtani. It's pretty hard not to say you want Shohei Ohtani on your team. If Shohei Ohtani is going to come to your team and play in your clubhouse, you're not going to turn that down. So therefore, if I'm the Yankees, if I'm the Padres, if I'm the Dodgers, if I'm any of these teams, I'm going to go after Shohei Ohtani. Depends at the expense, though. And if you're the Yankees, you got to look at it really probably more than anybody else has to look at it from the extent that, okay, you currently have a roster that is top to bottom veterans, that are injury prone. And some of these young bloods, they were coming up on in this team, and they were balling out when they got an opportunity to. And the old guys, quite frankly, DJ LeMahieu, he's recovered a little bit in the past month or so, but still is having an off year. Stanton, it's not looking good there. Aaron Judge is great when he plays. He's striking out more than just about anybody, but it's Aaron Judge. He's fine. He's also had his toe injury. Gleyber Torres has been fine. Also battling some stuff as well there. Like this team has a lot of injuries, and you already got rid of the Josh Donaldson stuff, and that was chaotic. You had the Harrison Bader situation. You got rid of him. You've got a lot of guys that are injury prone on this team. So adding in a player that has got a rehab coming up in front of him that we don't know how healthy he's going to be, that could be quite the risk if you're the New York Yankees. But at the same time, you're getting Shohei Ohtani, so I don't know. I mean, having Ohtani and Aaron Judge together for the next 4, 5, 6 years would be something special to see. But I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen there. But obviously, I think Ohtani is still going to hit the $500 million contract, if not more. It's just going to be interesting to see what ends up unfolding there.